It's fight week in Milan. You really seem to enjoy this part of the build-up and sort of thrive on the energy of a fight week. Just tell us how you're feeling at the moment.
Yeah, I'm feeling great, cool, calm, collected, prepared, confident, and I'm happy to be here and ready to go.
And this fight is a long time and several occasions in the making. Just tell us how excited you are to let the talking get set to one side now and just get it done on Saturday night.
Yeah, so it is. I've been prepared for this fight now 2 or 3 times. I think I've been prepared for it, and it hasn't happened. And so I'm prepared and I'm ready to go, and I'm going to be stepping in there on Saturday night, and that's that. I'll be there.
And in its most recent iteration, this event was going to take place this weekend in Dublin. Obviously, that's not happening because of the pandemic lockdown. But you know, we know what the atmosphere is like on a Dublin card. How is this going to be different with the lack of fans? Will that have an effect on the fight in any way at all?
No, not have an effect on me nor the fight. But it's definitely sad the fans can be there, but I'm here to win.
Sean?
It's been just about a year out of the cage this week for you. Just the first thing for me is how good does it feel to be back after that long out?
Feels fucking great, mate. Back doing me. Do you know what I mean? And it's been good. I've been out of the cage, but I've trained for 3 fights. Do you know what I mean? So I've been close to a few fights. So it's not like that I've been just laying back chilling and relaxing, even though I've been doing a good bit of that as well. But I've been working hard and staying focused, and I've been improving during that time off. I haven't been laying up, putting my feet up, do you know what I mean, and doing nothing. I've been learning and growing, and I'm looking forward to showing that on Saturday night.
Obviously, this Ellenor fight, it's been set now, feels like 50 times at this stage. Is it for you, is it kind of getting it over and done with more than anything, this fight? Or has it built up so much that you're more ready now than ever to face Cal?
No, I'm not. I'm ready to fight. I don't give a fuck who's in front of me. He's not even, he doesn't play a factor in any of this because he's too... Do you know what I mean? Why would you let someone unreliable play such a big factor on something? Do you know what I mean? So I'm just growing myself and bettering myself, and I know I'm here. I'm prepared, and I'm here to fight. I'm not trying to get anything just over with. I'm not trying to get past anything. I'm here in the moment and prepared to go.
Obviously, Juan Archuleta fought a couple of weeks ago in your weight division and won the title. And I actually put out a tweet that night saying I'd love to see you fight Archuleta. And lots of people, there was just scoffing, like from the media and from fighters and different people. When you see a reaction to that from someone who has, won most of their fights in Bellator, only won all but one of their fights in their career, what's your reaction to that? The people still aren't respecting you, even though you've done it all in your career so far to get to where you are.
Sorry, who did you say, media or laughing at me?
But loads of people, everyone replying to it was saying the same thing, kind of.
Stick to their job doing media. You interview me. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would say to those people. Not about you in particular, but they're do you know what I mean? They're laughing at me. And then what do you see when I'm fighting for a title and I tell them to go fuck themselves when they're asking for an interview? We'll see who's laughing then.
I know that feeling. Last thing for me, James. Obviously, throughout the lockdown, it's for a lot of people, they've been separated from their family and friends and all. And I know you being around you in Fight Week, you always have your family around, your mother and father always around. Was it a big thing for you, like during lockdown, to kind of be separated from them and maybe not have that close support base with you? We always ask people, how did the fighting go and how did you stay fit and everything? But for you, was that a big thing for you?
No, I was with my family. So okay. I went to Dubai for 2 months, me and my girl, and then I was just training there in a little park, and I moved home. So I moved house, and I put a big gym and whatnot in my house, and I had everyone staying around. And I was with my family. It was the best time I've had in a long time. I'd had good family time, training in my own gym, and yeah, I loved it. I was able to relax. The only thing I could do is spend time with my family and train. It's great.
Gareth?
I want to go back over what someone else was saying just now. You are one of those people that definitely thrives with your back against the wall. If you're being booed, if you're being cussed, you get something special out of you. Have you prepared psychologically at all for, last Saturday we had no crowd there and it was very silent. Have you prepared at all psychologically for that?
Yeah, I don't need to. It's not that I need to psychologically prepare myself. I'm prepared to fight. I'm a fighter. I thrive off fighting. I thrive off winning. That's what I really thrive off. I don't need crowd. I don't need nothing. I don't need other people. I don't need anything. I'm here. I'm ready. And I'm here to fight. I'm not here to get this out of the way with because it's the fourth time. I'm here to fight him.
No, I do get that, but there's no doubt that you're someone that thrives. A lot of people there, and you know.
I thrive more off winning.
Yeah. Okay.
I thrive more off winning, and that's what I'm here to do is win. And when I smack him in the head, and I can hear the noise of my glove smacking off the side of his face, I'll thrive off that. Then when I take his back and I hear him crumbling and wincing, and I'm sinking in the choke, and I can hear everything. I can hear him gurgling and choking, and we're ready to get out of there. That's what I really thrive off. I'm dark, Garth. So it suits me better having no crowd. I can't wait to hear the noise of my elbow bounce off his cheekbone. It's going to be great.
Do you? It's a great description. Do you? Obviously, a lot of people say that he has dangers for you as well. You do respect him as a fighter, though, yeah. Even though you guys don't particularly like each other. Yeah,
definitely. I respect everyone that steps in there. Everyone's good. Do you know what I mean? And there's no easy fights. It's another grown man looking to beat me. Do you know what I mean? And that's just the way you have to respect that. Well, what do you think? I'm a fucking idiot? Do you know what I mean? Like, well, what do you think? I'm a clown? I have to respect that. And that's why I'm going to win. Is because I know what he's good at, and I know that he's very dangerous, and I'm going to respect that and not play into his dangers.
Ben?
Hi, James. It seems like you're in a really good place now. You've just moved out of the city. You got your own gym. You're in the countryside. How much better can life possibly get for you?
It can't be. Life can't be any better for me right now. I've got everything I need and everything I want, and I'm in Milan here now, ready to go, on weight, prepared, feel fit, feel healthy, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Do you know what I mean? Nothing else matters. No, there's no crowds. There's this. There's that. It's not. I'm fit. I'm healthy, and I'm prepared to fight.
Yeah. How do you stop yourself from getting complacent with this level of comfort? Then.
What you mean? Why would I not be comfortable doing my job?
But if you're if you're in such a great place, what's your driving force? Is it getting to win? Is it becoming a world champion? What win. Drives you to get better?
Win, to beat him in front of me, to pick him apart and showcase my skills and prove to myself that I am the better fighter. I'm one of the best fighters in this planet, in this division, and that's what I'm here to do.
Mike?
Hey, James. Last time I had the opportunity to talk to you was back at the press conference. There was obviously that altercation. And hearing you talk today, it's not surprising to me because of the conversation that I had with you that the pandemic hasn't affected you. The delay of this fight hasn't affected you. But I'm just curious. And I know you don't care that it's Cal. You just care about getting back in there and winning. But is that bad blood still there? And that was a very beautiful description of the violence you're going to bring to him. But do you still want to do all the bad things to him that you felt that day in March when you guys had that altercation at the press conference?
No, when I step in there, I've got no emotion to him at all. I just think he's a fucking clown. So I do. Like, outside, I just think he's a fucking, he can't put 2 and 2 together. Do you know what I mean? He's trying to make 6 out of 2 and 2, and it's just not happening for him. But when I step in there, I've got no feelings for him at all. So I don't... I'll feel his cheekbone off my elbow. That's the only feelings I'll be catching.
All right, Jake?
Yeah, hi, James. You're right. It's been 12 months away now from the cage for you, but it's not been 12 months away from work. You've been grinding every day. What version of James Gallagher can fans expect to see come Saturday night?
The best.
It's 10 years now as well so far for you in your pro career, and only being 23, that's phenomenal. How do you sort of assess that first decade of your fighting career?
Definitely stuff. I would never change anything. Do you know what I mean? Because it's put me where I am today. And where I am today is a really, really good fucking place. A place that I've always dreamed of, but hard to imagine. You know what I'm trying to say? I always had the dream of being here, but now when it's a reality, it's the hairs are standing on my arms talking about it, folks. You can actually see them on the yoke. Do you know what I mean? And it's great. I couldn't be in a better place mentally, physically. I'm fit. I'm healthy. I've got my family around still, and I get to fight. I get to fight again. Do you know what I mean? I just love fighting. That's that.
Andrew?
Hi, James. It seems like only yesterday you were running around on Snapchat doing impressions of Khaled with Kiefer Crosby. Now you've headlined multiple cards with him. You like that?
Stop, I forgot all about that. Another one. Stop.
How important is it to you to have somebody like that who's been with you since there and has these like-minded goals? And you can see the kind of the results there both on the main card for this fight.
Yeah,
how important is it to surround yourself with people like him?
That's great, mate. You know what I mean? We're just here having a laugh. Do you know what I mean? It's just all fun and games, and we're just enjoying it, having fun. Young lads, do you know what I mean? Doing what young lads do and enjoying every fucking step of them. You know what I mean? Every step of the way. There's no point taking things too serious.
Nathan?
Hi, James. I heard an interview you did last week with Irish Radio on Off the Ball. You were talking about moving home and how much energy you were getting from that situation, having a nutritionist around in the house. And how are you feeling when a little bit closer to fight night? Is the energy level still high? You look very relaxed. You seem very relaxed.
Better, even fucking better, man. So they are even better. Why they're rising? That's what I'm saying. I'm not draining myself now for a big weight cut to try and feel good on Saturday night. My energy goes up and up and up and up the closer I get. It doesn't go down.
Good stuff.
I'm not like these other boys in here. I'm not like that.
And you said obviously you're not paying too much attention to Cal and stuff like that. But is there a part of you, because it's been scheduled 4 times, that will be relieved just to get it out of the way after Saturday night and move on?
No, I'll live every second of it. I hope the seconds feel like minutes. I'm not here to get this over with. Long 3 rounds in there. I'm prepared. Why rush it? Why rush it? Not rushing nothing. Nothing's gonna be a long night in there, and I'm gonna love every second of it. Trust me on that.
Jake?
Many of the guys, many fans see the winner of this fight as the next European guy to compete for the Bantamweight title. So if you get through Cal this weekend, is that what you want next?
When? Yes.
As the next guy to fight for the title?
Yes, when I get through Cal, not if. When I get through Cal, yes.
Absolutely. So a few months back, I hosted a series of interviews with Bellator Bantamweight fighters. And when I posed the question who they'd like a shot against, literally 9 out of 10 guys said they would like it against you. It seems they all want the fight with you. So if you had to pick, mate, who would you take next?
Sergio Pettis.
Love
but
it.
I'm not looking past Cal. The next guy I've got is Cal Ellenor. That's who I've got, and that's who I'm focused on.
Cal, it's been a very long time since you were last in action. Just tell us how you're feeling now. You're finally back into a fight week again.
Feeling $1 million. Absolutely over the moon to be back. Obviously, with the current standings in the world and how things are, it's amazing to have an opportunity to make some money and fight and do what we love to do when so many people are out of business. So massive thanks to Bellator for that. I'm buzzing to be back.
And this fight has been a long time in the making, and several occasions it was set to take place. How excited are you finally to put all of the talking aside and just get in there with James and get it done on Saturday?
I'm absolutely buzzing as I see it. Like it's the opponent doesn't even matter. I'm just so happy to be back. It's been so long and everything's went well this camp. It's been the smartest camp ever. I mean, injuries, stuff like that. I feel $1 million and I'm just buzzing to get back in and finally have a fight. You know, everyone's behind us from the northeast. It's amazing. I'm absolutely buzzing.
James is someone that really seems to thrive off the energy of a crowd, whether it's positive energy or negative energy. The fact that there'll be no one there on Saturday night, do you think that's an advantage towards you?
No, I think it makes any difference. Obviously, once the punches are thrown, it's a fight, obviously. It's going to be exactly the same. It's going to be a good, explosive, fast-paced fight for sure.
This is the 4th time this has been rescheduled, yeah?
Yes.
How would you feel if one of you didn't feel well or there was a weight cut problem, rather like there's been today with Paul Daly with the event for Thursday? How devastating would it be for you not to be able to fight on Saturday night?
It would be heartbreaking. Obviously, there's so much gone into this and it's been so long coming, and constantly having the fights with James set up has been something that kind of it's kept me motivated and kept us in the gym. Obviously, I lost my mum when the first one was meant to happen, and obviously getting over that and then moving on and every time the fight was re-announced, that was kind of what I focused on. So this getting this fight out of the way is like it's more than just a fight for me. It doesn't matter about the opponent. I need this fight. You know what I mean? For myself, just to fight, kind of, just close that all off. That whole part of my life.
Closure on this fight with him, but in another way, he's the only fighter you've been thinking about for, nigh on a year and a bit, year and a half or whatever. So in some ways, have you just got used to him being part of the shadow you're going to fight kind of thing?
Yeah, like it's just been, obviously it's been set up that many times. It's just been like every time, obviously you don't expect the fight not to happen. So it's just been like, all right, I'm just training for the fight again. It's been exactly the same, even though it's been that long. It's just, at the end of the day, it's just been another longer camp. You know what I mean?
And where does victory put you with this? Because he has been put up there as a bit of a golden boy. Sells out in Ireland. They love him as much as they hate him. Where does it put you? A victory over him in that sense being significant?
It's massive. Obviously, it's the biggest fight in the career so far. You know what I mean? It's in regards of what it'll do elevation wise. I'm just excited to get it done. I don't really know where it puts us in rankings and standings and stuff like that, but I don't really care. I'm just happy to have a fight and do what I love to do. Fighting's what I do, and I just enjoy it. I'm not really bothered about where it puts us or who it sets us up to fight. I'm just happy to be here.
Sean?
Hi, Cal. How are things? We were speaking at the start of the lockdown over in the Severe MMA Zoom, and you were kind of moving past this. You were kind of like leaving James in the past. Is it a thing of like you kind of did let him down for a while, and now you're kind of getting back into the James mindset? Obviously, fighting him, but everyone's kind of asking you. You've been thinking about nothing but James for the last 2 years. Was it a case that you kind of forgot about him for a while at the start of the year?
No, it's just one of them things, you just get used to it, and obviously it had been cancelled that much that I just thought, like, is this fight going to happen? You know what I mean? It felt a bit cursed. Like, I was like, we've both trained so hard every time, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you put that much into the camp, and you time away from your family and stuff like that, and it just got a bit sickening, obviously, each time when it wasn't happening. So I was just ready to see, like, if there was someone else, I was like, I'm happy to do whatever. I'm not bothered about opponents, as I say. I just want to fight.
Mm-hmm. We spoke to James earlier on, and he was, we asked him, are you kind of happy to get it over and done with this fight? And he was saying no. He was looking forward to this matchup now. Where you said there a minute ago, you want to get it over with. Is that because of just the constant barrage of media and James talking as well coming into this fight?
No, I enjoy that. That's part of it. You know what I mean? That's what builds the fight. That's why people are interested in the fight. The reason I want to get it over, it's been that long since I've fought, and as I said, like, it's something that I used as a kind of tool to deal with coping with losing my mum. You know what I mean? So to me, I'm not really asked, and obviously I've got so much support from back home now. It just feels like every time they've been invested in me and promoting me and helping me, like, I feel like I kind of owe to them and me in Northeast Jiu-Jitsu and TFT and my family just to have another fight and show them that, like, how hard I have worked.
Nathan?
Hi, Cal. How's it going?
You all right?
How did you find preparing for a fight, kind of with the current situation, lockdown? Were you based in the Northeast the whole time during summer months, or did you move around, or how did you find it?
Obviously, it was a pain at the start because our gyms were one of the last places to open up. I mean, people in other regions were training way before us, and so that was a bit of a nightmare. So it was just me and Ellis, really. Me and Ellis Younger grappling all the time. BJJ brown belt world champion, is phenomenal grappler, and every day just putting the work in. And then obviously TFT and Northeast Jiu-Jitsu could open back up, so then it was just back to regular training. So used running and cycling and stuff like that to keep us busy as well, and sorting out our own little strength routine. So it was a blessing in disguise. I mean, I evolved so much in the time that the lockdown was on that it's night and day, the difference from me and then, you know what I mean? So, it was a blessing in disguise, the lockdown. I really got some good training, so that was it.
And just lastly for me, I was listening to an interview James did last week on Irish Radio. He was talking about how much he's watched you, and his comment was, his opinion was, you haven't changed at all as a fighter from when you started. You haven't developed. What would your thought be on that? Saturday
night, we'll see. To see I haven't evolved or changed is a massive understatement, and everyone will say that on Saturday night for sure. I haven't fought in that long, and people have seen footage from me from nearly 2 years ago, and if they think that's the same fighter, then they're going to get a big shock.
Lenny? Oh, sorry, I had my mic muted. How's it going?
How's it going, Lenny? All right?
Yeah, so entering this fight, you have 3 wins in your last 4. How is the momentum heading into this fight this weekend?
Momentum's good. I mean, obviously, I've had an amazing camp. Evolved so much, like in the time of the lockdown, that at the minute I just feel bulletproof, and I'm just absolutely on cloud 9. I couldn't be happier to be here. I mean, weight cut's going great. I feel amazing, and I'm just happy, man. It's one of them things. I mean, how many people get the chance to get taken to another country just to have a fight with somebody? I mean, it's the stuff you dream about when you're a kid. You know what I mean? So I'm on cloud 9 at the minute.
Just a few more questions here. Jake Jones.
All right, Cal, Jake here, mate. Although we can't see it at the moment, I'm loving your Bronson look now. A couple of questions from me. So now, one thing I love to talk about is you are 6 foot for the 135-pound division, and that is huge. Now, James struggled against Bantamweights, who's a similar guy of a similar build, tall and slender. Is there anything you took from that fight, and is there anything you're going to be looking to capitalise on?
No, not really. I mean, obviously, we'll have game plans and stuff like that, and you try and stick to them. But I like to get in, and I just like to feel the way the fight is and fight. You know, like obviously, you see me fight. I just like being in there, like being in a dogfight. But we have got certain stuff we're going to work that we've put in, especially for this camp. But nah, it's a fun fight, and I'm ready to show a whole new aspect to me.
Andrew?
Hi, Cal. Initially, when your fight in Dublin was called off, you and James were quite respectful to each other. Again, when this fight was made, that just seems to go out the window. What is it about James that kind of winds you up and brings out this side of you?
Nothing, literally nothing. It's just one of them things, you know. If you act a certain way with me, you're going to get acted a certain way back. You know, you play silly games and you get silly prizes. Like, that's the way it is. And I'm the same with everyone. You know, if you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. If you're a dick with me, I'm going to be a dick with you. And that's just how it goes. Like,
James?
Just one thing you spoke about, a big change you've made from your last fighting is the nutritional side of things. And we can see from pictures on Instagram the difference from your last fight to now. How much of an effect has that got leading into your weight cut?
Oh, everything. I mean, if people knew the amount I cut when I fought Nathan Grayson, they wouldn't believe it. It was the Yoel Romero level cut, you know what I mean? And I was a skinny guy. I didn't have much muscle then at all. And now I'm way lighter than what I was then, and I'm way bigger. It's just a massive change. My energy, everything about the camp was completely different. I feel so big, and I feel strong at the minute. You know, I feel super fit. I feel everything's good, and normally at this stage of a fight camp, like ready for the fight, I feel like you get a bit sore from the cutting the weight and stuff like that. But at the minute, I'm bouncing. I mean, I just did loads of rounds of pads earlier. I was skipping shadow boxing, and I just felt mint. You know what I mean? I didn't want to stop. I'm going to go and train again later. I can't wait.
And just to follow up on that as well, when you're feeling that good and the weight cut goes well, how much confidence does that give you stepping into that cage?
Unbelievable amounts of confidence. The self-belief I've got in myself anyway is always high, massive, and now it's just going to be even bigger. I'm really looking forward to Saturday night just to get in and have some fun.
Final question here, Jake Smith.
Jake Smith from Fight and Talk. Hi, Cal. Cal, look, you've spoke about it. You have had so much go on in your personal life outside of MMA, in that this James fight is to close that chapter. How different has it been for you to be able to focus on the fight, just purely and solely on the fight this time round, compared to the last 3 times you've been matched?
Yeah, it's been way better. It's been way easier. I mean, like, we've had no distractions. We've had an end goal in sight, and we've just been able to just grind. You know, we've just been able to just get behind closed doors and just do everything, and no distractions, and just work and evolve and fix holes and just enjoy training. I mean, normally you in your camp, you obviously you're eating less and stuff like that. You normally don't enjoy it as much. As this time around, like the whole camp, like every day I'm waking up and I'm buzzing to get in the gym, and I was training on the night, and then I was like, well, I've got the energy. I'm just going to go and running, and that was pretty much every day. You know what I mean? Like, my energy levels this camp has been completely different, and my motivation and self-belief's just been on another level. So I'm just absolutely buzzing, and I think that what maybe had an effect by the lockdown. You know what I mean? Maybe that was what helped us have that extra push. I don't know, but it was just, I've just had a main camp, and I'm so excited.